Hundreds of sporting delegations from the entire world will participate in the Olympic Games in Rio from August the 5th to the 21st, 2016. Thousands of athletes will be arriving to the Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro, where also from September the 7th to the 18th, the Paralympic Games will be held. The Vatican, for the first time, will be present with a small delegation that will represent an institutional but not sporting presence for the opening ceremony. This is meant to be a sign of the existing link between the Holy See and the International Olympic Committee. But what is the relationship between faith and sport? Cardinal Gianfranco Ravasi, president of the Pontifical Council for Culture, explains it to us.
I would say
that the most important things to do in a culture, in faith, in sport, is to walk together, because these are the great languages of humanity, a humanity that expresses itself through art, through music, through sport, and through the research of the sense of life, the mystery that has been given to us through the faith.
The delegation of Italian Paralympic athletes will form part of a very special initiative. It's a project from the Italian Paralympic Committee called Italian Paralympic House in Rio 2016, and it was presented here in the Vatican. Monsignor Melchor Sanchez de Toca, the Undersecretary of the Pontifical Council for Culture, told us what it's about and gave us details of the Holy See's participation.
The Holy See, the Pontifical Council for Culture, has limited itself to putting the Paralympic Italian Commission in contact with the Archdiocese of Rio. They wanted to open the headquarters of their Paralympic delegation not in a luxurious country club or in a hotel as usual, but in a parish. A nice idea like this one was worth supporting, and that is what we have done.
This idea comes up with the aim of inclusivity and to leave a message of hope to the young people of Brazil.
We have
not only helped out, but collaborated. We have walked together with the Paralympics to seek to realize not just the great event, which is the Paralympics, but to seek something that remains as a memory, something that the Paralympics have lived through and have experienced as fatigue. They have to overcome themselves 2 times, not just their body, but also their physical limit. That can become a great symbol for the youth that lives in difficulty, for the people who have suffered in various degrees. That is why the Casa Italia is in the middle of a city quarter which suffers difficulty of the social type. And this mission continues in time. The message becomes in itself a living message that does not end with the Olympic Games.
Il loro messaggio diventa un messaggio vivo che non muore con le Olimpiadi.
The Italian delegation will arrive at the Immaculate Conception Parish, located about 3 miles from the Paralympic headquarters. Dr. Luca Pancalli, president of the Italian Paralympic Committee, explained the reasons this site was selected.
L'importanza è innanzitutto facciamo qualcosa che non è mai avvenuto nella storia dello sport.
The importance is most of all that we do something that has never been there before in the history of sport. Second, we wanted to select this specific location because we wanted to give a sign to Rio de Janeiro during the Paralympic Games so that this sign may help the disabled youth in Rio to give them the possibility, even in the poorest quarters of the city, the favelas, where it is hardest to give a great message.
Rio nelle favelas più difficili per riuscire a lanciare un grande messaggio.
2 Italian athletes shared their admiration for the project. One of them is Martina Caironi, who will carry the flag in the opening parade.
It will take place in a parish. Then there is an inclusion project with the community of Rio and the athletes of Italy. For me, it's a very revolutionary thing, something new, and I think this is a good thing.
The Italian Paralympic House in Rio 2016 project responds also to an appeal from Pope Francis himself.
I think that it is the symbol of what sport is. Sport is integration, is being together, is surely a lot of work, but it is together with a theme. So a Casa Italia in a place where you can stay in contact with the people of Rio. The symbol of Casa Italia is 3 persons that are embracing. So this is what is fantastic about it. Well, I can't wait to be there at this point.
The Italian Paralympic House in Rio 2016 project responds also to an appeal from Pope Francis himself.
Bueno, ha despertado un entusiasmo por todas partes.
It has awakened enthusiasm everywhere. Everyone has found this choice that responds to Pope Francis' style of seeking contact with the peripheries very natural. We would like to see more relationship between the world of sport and the Church, not only for the spiritual care of the athletes, but also remembering that sport is a great educational tool, and this has been understood by the great saints, Saint John Bosco, Saint Philip Neri, Saint Leonardo Murialdo, Blessed Pino Pugliese, and many others who have brought this sport into parishes.
Tantos otros que han llevado el deporte a las parroquias.
In this 15th edition of the Paralympic Games, more than 4,000 athletes from 180 countries will be participating in 528 events across 22 sporting disciplines.
El deporte es una dimensión importantísima de la vida.
Sport is an important dimension of the people's lives, especially of the people who have suffered accidents or suffered from disabilities from birth or illness. There are stories of overcoming. St. Paul spoke of sports as a metaphor for the spiritual life, also in the case of the people with disabilities. Sport is a school of life, a metaphor for life, and a huge help in overcoming difficulties.
Para la vida y una ayuda enorme para superar las dificultades.